Okay, usual format. Jeremy, do you want to kick us off?
Hi Antonio.
Hey.
What's the early team news for this game? Is Morata going to be fit?
Yeah, he's fit. He's in contention for tomorrow game.
Any other?
No news. No news.
So Morata coming back into the squad for this game. There's talk about him this lunchtime being linked with a move to Juventus next season, and possibly Cavani coming into Chelsea. What are your thoughts about that?
No, I think that I don't like to comment speculations. I think that he's not right now. For everyone, it's important to be focused on the present and to finish this season in the best possible way.
It is like the last match at Stamford Bridge this season. Could it be Morata's last appearance at Stamford Bridge, do you think?
But Morata is a Chelsea's player, and he must be ready to play tomorrow and next season. Yeah, I think the situation is very clear.
When you look back at his season, though, 11 goals, 6 assists. I mean, how good has he been, do you think?
I think that this season was a difficult season, but not only for Morata, because your focus is on Morata. But I'd like that your focus is for the whole team, not only for one player.
Antonio, you're right on the cusp now of the top 4 place. Is the pressure, do you think, more on Spurs and Liverpool than Chelsea going into this final week?
The only way to put a bit of pressure is this to get 3 points in every game, and I think in the last month we did this. We won 3 games at away against Southampton, Burnley, and Swansea. 3 tough games, and to win 1 game at home against Liverpool. I think that we are doing our job in the best way to put a bit of pressure to Liverpool and Tottenham. But for sure, as you know very well, the situation is not in our hands, and they have the possibility and Liverpool to win the last game against Brighton. To reach a place in Champions League, and it's the same for Tottenham. They have 2 games at home, and it will be enough to win 1 game and to draw another game. And then for different goals, we are penalized and in this situation.
You're playing like champions right at the end of the season, and a year ago you were the champions at West Brom. A year ago this week, it must be frustrating that you're in such great form, but yet you're only playing for the outside chance of 4th place.
For sure, there is a bit of disappointment because I think this season we dropped many points in a stupid way against team that. Especially after game that where we dominated the game, we created many chances, but we weren't able to score more goals. And at the end of the game, the result was bad for us. I think that we must be disappointed for this. But now there is not time. To regret, because we had to play 2 games against Huddersfield, against Newcastle, and then a final FA Cup, and then at the end of the season we'll see our season.
Just one last one. Max Allegri is about to win the Serie A again with Juventus. There's talk about Max coming to the Premier League, possibly with Arsenal. Would Allegri be a good fit for a Premier League club, do you think?
As I said to you before, for Morata, I don't like to comment speculation. This is a speculations, and I don't like to comment this.
Thank you.
Okay, Moose?
Obviously, going to the Huddersfield game, chasing Spurs and chasing Liverpool for a place in the top 4. Is it easier doing that, chasing teams down, than it is being in one of the spots and having teams firing at you?
Do you think it's easier? I don't think so. I don't think so. And I prefer to stay ahead and the other teams to have the pressure to put pressure to us, like last season. No? Like last season. Don't forget that in the last 12 games, Tottenham tried winning 10 games to put pressure until the end, and we were able to win many games and to keep the right distance to win the title. I must be honest. I think it's easier to stay ahead of the other team, also because you know that the situation is in your hands and not in other hands.
Huddersfield got an unlikely point at Man City on Sunday, which is probably going to be enough to keep them in the Premier League. Does that make them more dangerous tomorrow night, or do you think they'll be more relaxed now that they've got that point under their belts?
For sure, our expectations are to have a tough game, and Huddersfield are fighting to avoid the relegation. And for this reason, we must pay great attention, and we have to play another tough game after only 2 days of rest. And I think against Liverpool, we spent a lot of mental and physical energy. We must be good to recover, to find the right solution, and to think that you can win the game in 90 minutes and not in the way that you start. I think that we must be clever and to try to win the game in the whole 90 minutes.
The last one from me. I mean, Olivier Giroud scored at the weekend. I know you only signed him in January, but has he been your most important signing this season? I mean, he seems to have come in and changed an awful lot in the dynamics of your team. Has he been your most important signing?
But for sure, it was a good sign it has been a good sign for us. And we are talking about a player with great experience, an international player. He played many leagues in this country, and I think a good sign for us. Now I think he's a good fit, and he played a really good game against Liverpool, not only for the goal, but because he worked very hard for the team. With the ball and without the ball. We must be pleased for this sign.
Okay, Liam?
Antonio, Timo Bakayoko got a lot of praise for his performance against Liverpool at the weekend. It's been a difficult season for him, but he seems to have built up his confidence in the last couple of months. Do you feel that he's made big progress in the last few weeks, and do you think that Chelsea may see the best of him next season?
If you remember well, and I always said that we are talking about a young player, and he's only 22 years old. This is his first league in this country, and as you know very well, to arrive to adapt yourself quickly in this league is not simple. It's not simple. It's not simple to go into our idea of football. I think he has the right characteristic to play for Chelsea. I trust on him, and he played a good game against Liverpool. But I know him, and for sure he has a lot of space for improvement. for this, I'm sure. But I repeat, we are talking about a young player with not great season in his back in the past. He played only one season with Monaco last season, and he played often.
And Chelsea have struggled.
Last question there.
Sure.
We've got to finish.
And Chelsea have struggled with the fixture schedule at times this season, but do you feel now that you have maybe more players in good form to deal with the short recovery time that maybe earlier in the season both your strikers are scoring? Gary Cahill's come back into the team, obviously the team is playing well now, so do you feel you have more options?
I think that I have the same options from the start. Yeah, and for sure when you have some injuries and you are forced to take some decision, but I think that we have the. In January, Kennedy left and I came back. I arrived Emerson, then Batshuayi went away. I arrived Giroud, and then stop. One player go, one player come, and not many changes, not great difference.
Okay, last question, Matt.
Antonio, there's been speculation about your future all season. This is the final home game of the season. Do you expect this to be your final home game as Chelsea head coach?
But I'm very focused. I'm very focused on the present, and I think that my answer is always the same. I'm very focused on the present and to do my job in the best way with this player for the fans. I'm really focused. I'm really focused on the present, and as you know very well, our job is not simple. It's not easy, and but I'm totally focused on the present, and the present is now to finish the season in the best possible way with my players. Also because I think our fans deserve this.
Okay, cameras off, please. Thank you.